The Olympus E620 has been hailed as one of the best DSLRs ever made. Hi, I'm Matt Grayson, technical writer, and today ephotozine.tv are taking a look at its little sister, the Olympus E450, to see whether that can be a threat to the bigger companies. The Olympus E450 offers 10 million pixels, it takes compact flash, microdrive and XD picture card, it has exposure compensation to 5eV and runs at 3.5 frames per second. So here's the camera in close-up. This is fitted with a 50mm f2 lens. Now if we move on to the top, we'll be able to take a quick look around. Now you can see on the left here is access to the flash options and also the drive options, so you've got your self-timer and you get continuous shooting there. Built-in hot shoe with Olympus dedication, and there's also a flash gun which pops up as and when you need it, or you can press that button to bring it up if you want to force the flash. Large command dial with the power switch sat underneath, so to switch it on you just flick that over. The sensor will shake to get rid of any dust, and then you're on, ready to go to shoot. The command dial features program, aperture priority, shutter priority and manual. So you can, program is basically like auto, it does everything for you, so you don't have to do anything. Aperture priority, you control the aperture, so you select how wide or close the iris in the middle of the lenses, and the camera will select the appropriate shutter speed. Shutter priority is the exact opposite, so you get to choose the shutter speed and the camera will choose the aperture to suit to get correct exposure. Manual is where you do both, so the camera won't decide what you should do, you have to decide everything, it'll just tell you whether it's going to be under or overexposed. Auto is the same as program, like I said just before, except it reduces the amount of features available in the menu for you. This is one of the new things that are available on the new range of Olympus E series DSLRs, which is the art modes. The scene mode is what you'd normally expect on any old camera with the portrait, landscape, macro. These are available on here, but you also get the extended ones available in that one as well. The art mode is similar to what Pentax did on the KM. It's got things like the pinhole mode, and you've also got an art scene mode and a grainy film mode. There's 6 in total, but there's only 3 available on this E450, and that's where the entry-level ideology starts to come in, because you're getting clipped versions of the new features such as this, so you only get half of what are actually available on the system itself. So moving on, this dial here will manipulate the aperture or the shutter speed depending on the mode that you're in. The little exposure compensation button there, so you can use those 5 stops of compensation, and your shutter release button. Now you'll notice the lack of a grip, and this is synonymous with the entry-level DSLRs from Olympus. There's a slight ridge there, so you've got something to hold on to, but it's not very substantial. It's not like a big dirty grip that you normally get on mid-range DSLRs. In fact, what you start to get on the E620, the E30 and above on the Olympus series. Moving on to the back of the camera. 4 buttons down the side basically makes this really easy to do. That's pretty much all you've got apart from your navigation pad. There's a function button there, which is like a quick access button for your most easy to use modes. You move around using the navigation pad and press OK when you want to select something. The button here is for live view, so you press that, it brings the image up onto the screen. The great thing about this is that when you're focusing, it doesn't lose the image. The mirror doesn't have to clump up to take a picture. It's got a separate sensor which it uses to do focusing and metering from, so you don't have to lose the image. You can still see what you're doing, and in fact it still stays very, very bright. Now if we switch the camera on, you'll see straight away we've got this little menu here. So this is the Olympus menu. This is